So now let's talk about shopping in leisure mode for physical retailers. And this is a lot of fun. This is where we spend a lot of our time working with retailers because, again, like I said at the start, if you're not the biggest and you're not the cheapest, then creating an exciting customer experience is your key competitive opportunity. So in this mode, our key value proposition is that we're here to entertain, inspire, and educate our customers. So this is where we want to be exciting. We want to attract people. We want to earn the right for them to walk into our stores. So exciting visual merchandising is key here. When they walk into the store, they've got time, so we can put more interesting things in front of them. But the key thing here is interest. If you're in this mode and you walk into a store that's brightly lit and hard surfaces and straight lines, it just doesn't feel welcoming and inspiring, and I'll turn around and walk out. So here we want to create, interest, curvy lines, soft finishes, dark lighting, interesting, inspiring graphics. And as we pull people into the store, as they kind of meander around the store, we need to pull them from space to space to space. So how can we encourage people to go deeper in our stores? And a good way to do that is through visual merchandising. It could be through exciting, inspiring signage. And you can, if you do it well, you can actually also introduce some storytelling and some long form copy for customers in this mode as well, because they've got the time. It's all about engagement and holding onto them and dwell time for this mode. A really important part of leisure shopping is that you're often shopping with a companion. So it's interesting to think about the dynamics of people shopping together. When those companions are aligned, then it's a very smooth, easy process. But sometimes there are two different agendas shopping, and one person might be really engaged with this particular store and the other person isn't. So it's interesting to think about that. How can you isolate the detractor, the person that's not engaged with the shopping experience, so that you can free up the person who is engaged? It could be as simple as creating a nice place where that person can just sit and scroll through their mobile phone, for example. It can be really simple, but you do need to think about it because it can be a massive handbrake on leisure shopping for the companion that is engaged. There are some great examples of retailers that are focused on leisure mode shopping, like for example, youth fashion retailers. There are some retailers I'm thinking of that, you arrive there is pumping music, there are DJs, the lights are so dark, it's like you're entering into a club. And what happens is these places create this kind of cult followings where young people, in this instance, will come and meet after school or after university. They'll come and meet at these places to hang out with their friends, and while they're there, they're seeing all this new product arrive, and they'll actually queue up to get their hands on this product because it's so a part of their leisure and their pleasure and their joy in life. That's really the secret sauce of leisure mode. So let's talk about leisure mode shopping for online retailers. And this is a kind of an interesting one because online is so well suited to efficiency and ease and convenience, but it does play a really interesting role for people in leisure mode as well. This is where people might be online doing something else, but we can attract their attention through really inspiring content. So digital advertising, digital marketing is really important for people in leisure mode and can be really effective. We can actually divert people off the task that they're doing and bring them over to our websites. It's important to know that if we're bringing people to our websites in this mode, that we have landing pages that are optimized to this mode. And it's relatively easy to work out how to do that because we can get an idea if they're engaged in a leisure mode activity based on the content or the origin of where that user arrived to your website from. So it can be done. We can optimize the website to that. So in this mode, we want to be engaging, inspiring, and/or educational. And we want that content to be as high up on that landing page as possible. So here we want people to spend as long as possible on our website. We might want them to identify with the content, like by that I mean share it with their friends and their networks, and really kind of seduce them into the world that our brand is an important part of. So once we have those people inspired by our content, we want to subtly introduce the products that we're selling and make it really a part of the world. In this mode, if we start to go too hard on product, price and range, it can be a bit off-putting. So it's about inspiring people into the world, subtly introducing the product as being pivotal to that world, and from there, as they approach the purchase moment, start to shift the focus more towards some of the rational thinking, like the price, the benefits, the quality, all that. The closer that customers get to the purchase moment, the more that they'll shift from leisure mode into sort of task mode thinking, where they get a bit more rational and a bit more clever about what they're trying to achieve. I hope you found that helpful. If you'd like any more information, visit Afterpay Access.